Hello guys, welcome back to another episode of my beginner scripting tutorial on Roblox. So last episode we left off with this in the code. This is what's going to happen when I run the game. Part 4's goes transparent and it's now a metal texture. This is literally 3 lines of code. I'm going to talk about variables and printing. So basically what variables are they just a way of making code much more simpler and much more easy to understand for people reading it, and makes your code look much nicer and cleaner. And it's a lot easier because you have to set one value for multiple values. And basically I'll show you what I mean. So what you have to start off with is you have to write local. You start with local. You can also do ones without local, but local is, I'll explain that in another tutorial. And now you put a name, anything you want to call it. So I'll just put burger. This is for just the example. And there you go, you made a variable. But the problem is with this, we have not set the variable. We have to make burger mean something. Right now it doesn't mean anything. It's just there. It's just burger. So to do that, we have to type in equals, and after we can write anything. This is what burger is. So I'm going to write script.parent. Right, script.parent. So basically now burger is equal to part because script.parent, my part. This is burger. So now what we can do is, we don't have to write script.parent now because we've already defined it up here. So now what we can do is we can literally just write burger for all of those. This is how simple it is. Alright, I'll press run and everything works the exact same because we've identified the part as burger up here. We basically set a non-visible name to it. So this is burger, part is burger, and now we're changing the properties of the part using a variable. It's a lot more simpler. You can already see, just look at that, see that? But this is not the only thing with variables. There's a lot more. You can set this to different things. You don't have to do script.parent. You could do anything, like I said earlier. You could do string values. So if we do local lettuce equals, let's say, diamond plate. Right, okay, I'll change this to material. You can change it to whatever you want. This is just my choice to make it easier to read. And now what we could do is we could just write material, because look, material is diamond plate. What did we have the material set to? We had it set to diamond plate. So we could just write material now, and if we run it, works the exact same. Works amazingly. We can also do this. We can write local transparency equals 0.5. And we can just put this to transparency. Boom. You don't have to, like, I could still put 0.5 and it would still work. It's just making it simplified and easier. And then I can also do local anchored, so just shortening it down, equals false. And we can just put anch right there. Look at that. We've just used variables. Same code, just use variables. A lot more neater code. Although I would not usually use variables for these, I'd usually just set them in the script so I can change them later. But this is just examples. So you see, you can set them to strings, you can set them to ints, and you can set them to booleans. There's a lot. Booleans. There's a lot you could do with these. Now, the next part of the tutorial I wanted to cover is printing. This is, for me, not the most useful thing. I don't use this very often, but it's really good. When I do use it, I use it to find errors in my code. For example, if look in the output here, this is the output. This is where you find bugs and errors. And basically, if you go to view, you can find output here, just in case you don't have it already. This is where you find errors, and in fact, this is where you actually print stuff. So what we do is you write. This is how you structure it. You write print, open bracket, close bracket. Okay, there's print. That's the basic structure for it. Now, whatever we write in here is going to pop up here. Also, you put speech marks. Whatever we write in between these speech marks will appear in here for us to read while we're playing the game. So we can press, we can write anything we want. Okay, so I've written my lovely speech. There we go, subscribe to Cakes. And what we could do is we could press play here. Okay, I'm in the game. Looking fresh, and basically in here it should have printed subscribe to Cakes. Now if I press F9, the menu pops up. This is what you would use in an actual server, because you don't have this in a server. And now we go to server, and boom, subscribe to Cake Stack. See, there it is. It popped up as a print. I printed that. There's a lot more with prints now. We can also do numbers, so we can just put transparency, because look, transparency 0.5, so it should just print 0.5. Let's just run it instead, so I don't need to play. There you go, 0.5 if you saw that. There you go, 0.5. You can add a weight to this as well if you want. We could do weight 3, so we can actually see it pop up. Weight 3 is just like delay, or weight. There you go, then it pops up. By the way, yeah, weight is just a delay. This is in seconds, so if I put 60, that's 1 minute, 120, 2 minutes, etc. I'm saying it's 3 seconds for now. This is just to delay stuff. For example, we can add a weight here. You don't need the spaces, I've just added it to clean up the code. I like to make my code look nice and clean. Wait 2, and look, if we press run, it's going to wait 2 seconds. Then it drops. See, we've got weight, so we could add as many as we want. I'm not going to too long because I don't want to waste your time. But there we go. That's basically printing and variables. Those are like the basic versions. So you guys can mess around with these, play around with these, do what you want. They're really useful. I use variables personally. I use them a lot. So like probably every code I have some sort of variable. And I don't use printing as much, but it's a useful skill to know. I use it for bug finding really. But you guys don't have to worry about that for now, really, because you're just doing this, really changing properties. Not too sure what next tutorial will be, but probably something a bit more fun, and maybe you'll start being able to actually have fun and code your own little functions and stuff for your game. Because this is not like amazing. You're just changing stuff about a part. It's not like you're making a functionable game. But these are just the keys to learning how to get better at coding. These are sort of the first steps, the baby steps, before you get to a good stage. Anyways, thank you for watching. I really hope this does help, and I really hope to see you guys use these in your code. Make sure to like the video if you did enjoy. That helps me out. And subscribe if you haven't already. Yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next tutorial. Bye.